Today, Bridget's going to cook one of my favorite dishes, gnocchi à la Parisienne, which are delicate little dumplings made with pâte à choux paste and Gruyere.
You said delicate little dumplings, and here I am. I love this version of gnocchi. It's kind of a Franco-Italian dish. This version, you still get light, airy dumplings, and it's really, really easy.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Exactly. So it does start with choux paste. So I've got here 3/4 cup of water in my saucepan. I just want to get the heat going because I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 3/4 teaspoon of table salt. While that's coming up to a simmer, I've already fitted a pastry bag here with a 1/2-inch tip. Got it ready to go because this is going to be how we shape our gnocchi.
Very cool.
Really, really easy. All right, so I've got that to the side, and I also have 3 eggs here. I'm going to whisk them with a little whisk. I've got these in a measuring cup because it's going to be easy to add these to the dough later on. We're at boiling point. Just slide this off heat just for a moment, and I'm going to add in 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. So it's 3/4 cup of water to 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. I'm just going to stir this, get it nice and mixed, very, very thick at this point.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure to work out any lumps, get this kind of worked in there. So I'm going to slide back over, and I'm going to turn the heat to low. And I do need to stir this the entire time, but I want to cook this until, as you know, it should start to get really nice and shiny. That's going to take about 2 minutes. All right. Seeing a little bit of shine there. Yeah, it doesn't look quite as flat. It's time. That was 2 minutes. Time to kill the heat. All right, we're going to move over to our food processor here.
Brilliant.
So much easier than chasing around those eggs in a skillet. All right, so now I want to add a little bit of cheese here. As I said, it's almost like Gruyere. This is 2 ounces of Gruyere cheese. You can use Emmentaler if you want, which is a little bit less sharp. And a little bit of pepper. This is 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, just a little dab will do ya. So I've got lid on, and I've got the feed tube off here. I want to give a little bit of space for the air to come out. I'm going to let this run for about 10 seconds until the cheese is melted and it just all comes together. I'm going to add the eggs here. All right, eggs are in. I do want to take a moment and scrape down the sides. Sometimes the egg gets flung around a little bit. All right, so just scraping down the sides, lid goes back on, and this time I'm going to let it run for about 30 seconds until it all comes together. It's going to be super sticky though. All right. That is it for the choux paste.
So easy. I love it.
So easy. So now I've got my pastry bag, and I fitted it with a 1/2-inch tip. Just prepared it, kind of squished the bag down in there so that none of this is going to fall through the bottom. It's such a sticky mess, it wouldn't do it, but it's a good habit to get into. Now, if you didn't have a friend helping you, you could use a glass. In we go.
There you are, my dear.
That's great. So I'm just going to push this mixture down just a wee bit here. And I'm going to leave this just like this at room temperature so the mixture can cool a little bit and also become a little bit more firm before we pipe it. It's gnocchi time.
All right.
This is 4 quarts of water, brought it up to a boil. I now want to lower this down just so that it's at a simmer.
Now, no salt.
No salt. So I'm going to start to twist this bag, get it going. I'm going to hold this about 3 inches above the water at a 45-degree angle. And as it comes out, I'm going to cut about 3/4 inch lengths. Isn't that cute? And if it starts to stick, I just dip the knife right in there. So about 20 to 30 in here. We're going to call that between 20 and 30. And we're going to let these cook. They're going to float to the top, obviously, and they're going to get a little bit firm. That only takes about 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so it's been about 2 minutes. They're all floating.
They look perfect.
Aren't they cute?
Yes.
All right, so I'm using a spider skimmer, and I'm going to put these on a greased baking sheet because they will stick to everything if you don't grease it.
How many batches does this do altogether?
About 4 or 5.
All right.
Hey there, fellow fans of cooking. Want to stay in the know?
Visit americastestkitchen.com and sign up for our free Notes from the Test Kitchen email newsletter.
Get exclusive tips, seasonal recipes, product reviews, and more delivered straight to your inbox.
Sign up for free at americastestkitchen.com.
All right, Julia, it's time to turn our gnocchi into something really special. We're going to saute it, which gives it a gorgeous texture. It's going to puff and turn a little brown, little bit of a crunch. So I've got 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter here, and it's melted. I've got it over medium heat. Now I'm going to add all the gnocchi in one layer, and I'm going to cook this for about 6 minutes total. And every couple of minutes, go in and stir it so it's evenly brown and they'll start to puff. Julia, look at that.
Those look so good.
Look what 6 minutes will do. Isn't that beautifully puffed? I'm gonna take them out, put them on the sheet pan. So 2 more tablespoons of unsalted butter, just gonna melt that. Again, we're dealing with medium heat here. Shouldn't take too long. That's just about melted. I'm gonna go ahead and add in exactly 20 cherry tomatoes that I've quartered, and exactly 20 Kalamata olives. I have 2 teaspoons of minced fresh thyme and a 1/4 teaspoon of table salt. All right, I'm just gonna stir this around, let it cook until the tomatoes start to soften. That's only gonna take about 2 minutes. All right, so now I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice, perk things up here. I've got 2 teaspoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. The gnocchi's gonna go right back in. Oh,
All right.
love it. All right, so I just want to toss this just delicately until it's glazed. So now I'm gonna kill the heat. I've got 1½ ounces of baby arugula. Goes right in. I'm gonna stir that in delicately, and it only takes about 15 seconds for this to wilt.
That looks spectacular.
And we are done.
Goodness, that's beautiful.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, all my favorite flavors. Cherry tomatoes, olives, arugula.
Loading it in.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of Parmesan.
That is beautiful. Give me a chair by the sea and a glass of white wine. Those are incredible.
They're almost caramelized on the outside, the browning.
It just is a lovely balance. You have the rich, delicate dumplings, and you have the tomatoes, and then a little bit of arugula.
Absolutely. You've got all that freshness going in there, but then you've got the olives.
Bridget, these are magnificent. Thank you.
Can't stop eating them.
I can't. If you want to make this delicious dish, use 3 eggs to make the pastry paste. Cut the dough from a piping bag right into the hot water and saute the gnocchi in butter until browned and puffed. From America's Test Kitchen, a wonderful recipe for gnocchi à la Parisienne with arugula, tomatoes, and olives. You can find this recipe and all the recipes from this season, along with select episodes and our product reviews on our website, americastestkitchen.com/TV. These are incredible. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
And if you're ready to take your cooking to the next level, head over to americastestkitchen.com and get a free all-access trial membership.
While you're there, you can sign up for our free email newsletters and download our app.
With unlimited access to over 14,000 of our Test Kitchen recipes and 8,000 product reviews, you'll have everything you need to cook and learn.
So I ask, what are you waiting for?
Let's make something great together.